Hello everyone, I'm back with another video, and in today's video we have an Acer Aspire 5 laptop. This one is an Acer Aspire 5 model A514-54-356A. And in this video I'm going to show you guys how you can open it up and how you can upgrade the RAM and how you can find out your maximum RAM capacity for this one. It's pretty easy. By doing this process you're not going to lose any files or data or anything like that. It's totally safe. Alright, first thing first, you want to power off the laptop and you want to grab yourself a screwdriver set. I'll recommend you guys to grab the UFIXTEK screwdriver set, as they have one of the best bits out there. We are going to be using a Phillips number 0 or number 1. Any of them, I'll use number 1. And down here we're going to see a whole bunch of screws. We're going to start removing the screws from one corner in the front. So go ahead and remove them and keep them in one pile. Also, if you guys like my videos, if my videos are helping you guys out through your own upgrade servicing, you can support the channel by clicking the like and subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it. It helps and motivates me to make more videos, take requests, and answer your questions in the comment area. Appreciate that. All the screws are the same size and height, so don't worry about mismatching them. If you get the Pro set of the UFIXTEK screwdriver set, they will include you with an opening tools and few other stuff. If not, grab yourself a guitar pick. And metallic guitar picks are really suitable to opening cases and covers. Once you have the opening tool, in this case guitar pick, we're gonna grab it and we're gonna stick it between the palm rest and the bottom cover. And all you need to do is to just wiggle it around like that. Don't worry, you want to hear some clicks. Those are the clips are getting loose. You want to do that all in the front end, to the side, go all the way to the back corner, left and right side. You want to do it. You don't need to do the back, but if you do want to go ahead and do the back line, but it's not necessary to do the back side. I'm just going to do it for heck of it. Now you're going to grab the cover, wiggle around, and it should release the cover right here. And right away we can see there is only one RAM DIMM available in here. But if you have look in the task manager says that you have 2 out of 2 RAM DIMMs occupied, and there's no RAM DIMM in here because there's a 4 gig RAM soldered on the board and there's a 4 gig RAM on the DIMM. So in order to remove the RAM, you don't need to remove the battery at all. It's absolutely not necessary. But for those people that want to remove the battery, remove the gaffer's tape over, and you want to put your fingernails at the back of the jack, and you want to pull it evenly backward. You want to pull it evenly back, and the jack will get released. I'm going to connect it, push it straight in, and put it right there. I recommend you guys to not disconnect the battery, as it's absolutely not necessary. To remove the RAM, it's really simple. All you need to do is to put your fingers at the side of the trigger and pull them away from each other, and the RAM will come out in 45-degree angle. Picture. Once you have the RAM in 45-degree angle, you want to grab it and you want to pull it out in 45-degree angle. The other 4 gig chip RAMs are soldered on the other side of the board, so it's not accessible here, but those are soldered on the board. You can remove this 4 gig RAM, you can replace it with a 8 gig if you want, or grab a 16 gig DIMM. I'll recommend you with an 8 gig RAM, which will be easy. Once you get the new RAM, make sure the notch on the RAM matches the notch right on the DIMM. So if you try to put it the other way around, it will not simply go through. So all you need to do, bring it down in 45-degree all the way inside the jack, and then you want to push it down. You want to hear a soft clicking right there. Once you hear those clicks, and that means the RAM is in place and ready to go. And next, all you need to do is to put the cover back on. You don't have to put the screws to turn on and test it. So as long as you put the cover on, push down really hard. You want to hear those clicks on the corners. And then once you power on, you might want to wait 5 to 10 seconds for the BIOS to do a RAM check, and then it should be ready to go. There is no other configuration required. And the last thing would be to just grab the bottom screws and place it all over the bottom cover. Again, I hope you guys like this video and helped you guys out. If you have any question or request, feel free to leave them in a video comment. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I'm just gonna finish up putting up the screws on the bottom.